guys, it's Margarita and you're on Family Daylife, and today is the big week 22. Hence, it's the papaya week. Papaya, like right here. I love papayas, and my daughter loves them too. Why am I talking about papaya? Because the baby of the week is the size of a papaya. At least that's what they say. Let's check out my belly. Hopefully you can see it. If not, I'll bring it up close. It's becoming really big, so maybe there is a papaya inside after all. I find these whole fruit things super funny because papayas are different size, and so it tells you nothing that the baby's the size of a papaya, but we'll go with it because that's what they say. Week 22, they say that the baby is now able to taste different foods that I eat, which I find very interesting because I was thinking the other day, so if I'm eating ice cream, can he taste the sweetness too? I don't know. But they say that now they can differentiate between the way that the food tastes that I eat. And on top of that, I read that at week 22, they start hearing things and they can differentiate between siblings. I have 4 other kids if you're new to my channel, and this is baby number 5. And so it always interests me because I'm thinking the kids often come and kiss the belly and talk to the belly. And I'm always thinking, does he know his siblings before he comes out? And they say that he does, that he can differentiate the voices of different siblings. So I find it super cute. This week has been heavenly and beautiful, just like every other week. My heartburn has almost not been there. But the way I do it is I eat super small meals throughout the whole day. I mentioned in my other videos that I started having heartburn right after nausea left me. But as long as I eat small meals and I don't overeat, I'm okay. So I've been doing that and I've been feeling amazing even though I eat all the time. I have snacks in my car, like bananas and apples, but I feel good. I'm on the go all the time, so a little banana and apple here and there is totally good with me. What else I want to talk about this week? This week has been interesting because yesterday I was a mess. If you saw me yesterday, this energy did not exist whatsoever. I actually wanted to film yesterday, but I felt so out of place. All I wanted to do yesterday was eat popcorn and watch movies. It's as if someone put something on my legs that I couldn't walk. It was just one of those days that I had so many things planned, and I kid you not, every time I tried to do something, I would just start falling asleep. So by midday, I realized that it's just one of those days and I just have to accept it and, reprogram my schedule and fit things on other days of the week because it was impossible to do anything yesterday. I ended up watching a movie with my little one, my 8-year-old Milana, because she's the only one that didn't have sports yesterday. So we had the evening, the 2 of us, and even though I wanted to do ironing and laundry and all that fun stuff, I ended up just crushing on the bed, hugging her, and watching a movie. But you know what? I don't mind that at all. Because if you go with the flow of your natural day, of your natural body, then everything makes sense. I just realized that today is the type of day that God wants me to rest. My body wants me to rest. It's asking for it. And so I just went with it. And I was actually happy about it because normally when I have a to-do list that's packed with so many things, I feel bad when I can't do anything. And this pregnancy have really taught me to just take it in, listen to your body, listen to your mind, and see and do what you can. Because on days like that, I'm unproductive anyway. So I did started ironing yesterday because my natural persona is that I'm like, no, push through. I'm a very push through person. Like, if this is on to-do list, we must do it. I think I ironed 3 shirts and I got so tired as if I ironed 40. And I was like, nope, not happening today. I put the iron away. I put the ironing board away and I just crushed on the bed with my daughter and we watched this movie. And it was probably one of the most amazing decisions I've done in a long time. And I'm going to cry right now because I'm emotional. normal pregnancy hormones. But it was just so beautiful to my soul because I was hugging her and I felt my son kicking where she held her hands. And that moment was so beautiful. Just me and her and him feeling his sibling. I don't know, there's something so magical about that I really thank God for these days when he just tells us, relax. Today's the day, you need to take it easy. And so yesterday was beautiful. And I woke up today at 6 completely energized. And I was so thankful that yesterday I had let myself that day to be just doing nothing. I was very thankful today because today I got done everything on yesterday's to-do list and today's to-do list easily. It didn't take me a long time to do it because of how much energy flow I had. So ladies, if you're out there and you're experiencing the same thing, if you can, I know some of you work and it's really hard, but if you can, please enjoy those days and don't push yourself because it's not worth it. Every day is different. And in pregnancy, I feel like it's hard to push through because yesterday I really felt like somebody put weight on my legs because I felt so tired from the morning throughout the whole day. The energy was just not there. And so I am learning to let myself go. I'm learning to let myself loose. I'm learning to listen to my body and to allow myself to take rest when I feel I need it. So that was me yesterday. But in this video, I want to share with you something very, very special. Hence the name actually, why you came here and the name of my thumbnail. I was thinking about baby registry. I have completed my baby registry, all of it. I have everything on the list that I need. I am going to do a separate video on baby registry because I feel like it's long and not everybody wants to go through the whole list with me. But those that are interested what I have in my baby registry that I have used with my other 4 kids and I feel like is absolutely mandatory, please look for that video. It will come out soon with just the baby registry, and that's exactly what it will say, my baby registry list. In this video though, I want to bring your attention to 11 items that if I was on a very strict budget, but I had to get, certain things for my baby, these 11 items would be a must on my list, a complete must. And so I feel like since I took them out of the baby registry and I wanted to share with you, these are so important and so special and such a must for you if you're pregnant out there that I wanted to share them with you. So let's go. Number 1 item on the list, my most appreciated item that I absolutely loved with all my 4 kids is this Baby Bjorn carry-on. It is comfortable, it's snug. I washed it probably every week. Just because you carry it everywhere, it gets really dirty. And it always came out like it was brand new. I love this brand. I love how this feels. I love how it's not super bulky because you really need it to be not so heavy. The baby is going to get heavy on its own. So you want something super snug, super comfortable. I wore it, my mom wore it, my husband wore it, my aunt wore it. It was so comfortable. And I'm saying this because they all have different complexion and it was equally comfortable for each one of them. So if there's one thing that I do recommend you is this Baby Bjorn carry-on. It's on my registry and it was the number 1 thing that I added to my registry. They are on the pricier side, I think, than other brands. But believe me when I tell you, I did try other brands and I've seen my other girlfriends get other brands and most of them bought this Baby Bjorn after they tried other brands. They're either bulky or uncomfortable, or the mesh material gets really weird, or if you have a burp from the baby, it's hard to wash out. There's been a whole bunch of things that were just not pleasant with other carry-ons, so I feel like this one is a winner. Number two, and I'm reading them off of here, is a bouncer by leg is what I call it. I'm going to show right here what I mean. And the reason I'm saying bouncer by leg is because You have your bouncers that are automatic. Most people get one of those, and they are wonderful and great. Some kids love them, some kids don't. Really depends on the child, I want to say. Some of my kids really liked it and some didn't. But this baby bouncer, all my kids loved it. And the reason I love it is because once you put a baby in, let's say it's movie night, where we're all watching a movie, and I put a baby in, I can control with my leg if I see him getting fuzzy, instead of taking him on my arms, because believe me, it's cute at the beginning. You want to carry the baby in your arms like all the time. But at some point it becomes heavy, uncomfortable, and you get really tired. So you really need something where you can put the baby. So what I do is I put the baby and I put my leg right on the bouncer, and you can bounce it. So it's really easy, because once you hear them kind of fuzzying up, you just bounce a little with your leg, they go back to sleep. So I love this thing. I carry it with me everywhere. I think when we eat, I put it next to me. When we watch something, even when I do laundry, it's just something that he's there, but if anything, I can bounce it myself, but I don't have to if he's sleeping. So I think it's a great tool to have. It's super inexpensive. It's just amazing thing to have. Most people don't know, why or how to even use it. Or some people think it's like the pre-age where, now we have the electronic ones that go up and down and sideways, and those are different because you can't carry them throughout the house. You'll have it set somewhere, and yes, the baby can be there, but I'm the type of person that I like to put the baby next to me in a lot of places I go throughout the house. So I really like that. I call it a bouncer by the leg. Get it if you're out there and you're pregnant, or if you're going to some baby shower, or your daughter or someone in your family is pregnant, they will appreciate this gift a lot. Number 3 on the list is baby monitor with a stand. This is really, really important because most baby monitors don't come with a stand. They're just like, a baby monitor on its own. But I like the one with a stand because most cribs are very uncomfortable when you place this monitor. A lot of the times the monitor turns over, it falls. There's all kinds of things going on with the monitor, and I've been so frustrated with monitors that I find the monitor with the stand, a standalone monitor, or you can buy a monitor separate and the stand separate so that it just goes in there. It's just such a lifesaver because you don't need to worry that it will fall on the baby. You don't need to worry that it will not record. You don't need to worry that it's in a weird position, because sometimes if the crib stands somewhere, it's really hard to find a space to put that monitor so you have the actual glance of the baby. Some people put it on the actual crib, but if you put it on the actual crib, you can only see face or maybe like feet of the baby. It's not the same. Once you put it on a stand, you can see the whole crib and your whole baby, and I feel like it just makes it easier. So for me, the baby monitor with a stand is one of the most important things. Okay. Number 4 is a car seat and a stroller in one. I love functional things. It's one of my most amazing, probably one of the most amazing things that I have found that has to do with the baby is multifunctional things. And I love a car seat that is also a stroller. So there's different variations of that. There are strollers that are coming in like a whole system where you have a stroller, car seat, all together in one. And then there's a stroller that comes just for the car seat. I've used both and I like both, but I want to explain to you that your car seat should be like your stroller, because there's so many doctor visits. There's so many things you will need to go with the baby out of your house. It's really hard to take that car seat and put it in a shopping cart or take it with you by hand because it's so heavy and uncomfortable. Do get this little stroller. I think it's like $50 on Amazon, that if you just have a regular car seat that doesn't fit into your stroller, because there are some that do, then get this extra piece, which is $50. It's keep it in the car so that your stroller goes into it, making it sort of like a stroller car seat, because it would be a lot easier for you to walk around with that around the store, go to the doctors, and all that kind of fun stuff. Because I see a lot of people, they get a stroller and then they get a car seat separate, right? But that's not going to work, because one, a lot of the times you just want to take the car seat out of the car and go, because the baby falls asleep super fast. A lot of babies fall asleep in the car seat. Some really don't like it. My firstborn hated car seats and hated car in general. But my other kids fell asleep like this once we start driving. And so it's a lot easier to just take him or her out of the car seat, put them in a stroller and go while they're still sleeping. So that's a really good, useful tip if you're out there and planning your future. So the number 5 on this list is going to be mirror for a baby. This is super important because you get panic attacks when you're driving and you don't see your baby. I have a lot of my friends that say, oh, it's okay as long as I hear the baby, I'm sure everything is fine. But they end up buying a mirror anyways, because it's just so much reassuring if you're the only driver and you have to go to the doctor with the baby and you put the baby in a car seat. You can put a mirror and see them. It's just so reassuring. You're driving, you can glance in the mirror, see your baby, they're doing fine, everything is fine. I find that it's a very inexpensive tool, one that some people neglect and say, I don't need it, and they end up buying it, because sometimes you just get these panic attacks when you're driving, you don't hear your baby, you don't know what's going on there, and you get these panic attacks when you're driving, like, is my baby okay? Is everything okay? And so to eliminate that, I feel like if you have that constant glance at your baby and you see them gooing or smiling or whatever they're doing, it just gives you that motherly peace of mind. Everything's fine, my baby's good. So I do think that getting a mirror is very important to see your baby. Number 6 on the list is bottles. So I am planning to breastfeed, as you know, for my other videos. I'm going to try to breastfeed. I have shared some of my fears of breastfeeding in my previous episodes. I still do get them. But I am planning to and wanting to breastfeed. If you haven't watched my other episodes, I have not breastfed my kids. I mean, I did, but for a very short period of time. My longest that I've breastfed was 2 months, I believe, or like months and 3 weeks. And it was agony and it was hard. And my other kids I tried and it was just a complete fail every time. So with my last baby, I didn't breastfeed at all. I just did bottles. However, even if you breastfeed, you still need bottles, because if you have to leave somewhere and leave the baby with your husband, with your mom, whatever, or if you just have extra milk that you need to get rid of, you'd still put it in a bottle. So a bottle is still handy and good to have in a fridge. And so from that perspective, or if you're going somewhere, you need that bottle. Sometimes it's harder to breastfeed if you're in public places or going for a trip. So the bottles are super important. 2 of my 4 kids were super colicky, like crazy colicky. And so they would yell a lot. When I say a lot, like scream nonstop. The one thing that really helped me is these magical Dr. Brown's bottles. I have tried every bottle on the market. Please just trust me on it. These are the only bottles that helped me. They have the little blue insert inside for the trapped air. So when the baby drinks the milk, they don't get so much air in. And my colicky problem minimized by 50% when I had it. So if your baby's colicky and you're watching this, or if you're just thinking that you need some bottles to have handy, I do recommend Dr. Brown's a lot. They have been on the market for a really long time, because I remember using them with my first, and she's 15. And they're so good. They come with different sizes. I usually get a few sizes, or like one of those mixed bundles with the sizes. And so they have been a lifesaver for me, because I don't know if this baby is going to be colicky or not, but I'd rather get the right bottle right away. It's not going to do any harm to get less air in anyways. Okay. Number 7, I think. 7 is the clothes. I want to talk about clothes in kind of a broad way, because I had some troubles with baby clothes. My first one, I got clothes 0 to 3 months. I ordered them, I got them, I packed them, and it was great. Except she was born so tiny. She was on point, she was on her weight, but she was just tiny as a baby that Max ended up going the same day to the store and getting newborn clothes because they're slightly smaller. This is a hilarious story. This is baby number 1. So all my clothes are 0 to 3 months. I had to wear them when she turned like 1 month. With my second son, I packed newborn because I made that mistake previously. But he was born so big, he was 10-pound baby, that I ended up taking all the newborn clothes back to the store and using the 0 to 3 months. So then onwards from these two experiences that were so different, I've decided that for all my other kids, which worked out well, I'd get both. So if you're out there getting onesies and, shirts and sweaters or whatnot, any types of clothes, get the newborn and 0 to 3. You're gonna thank me because babies are born in different sizes. They are born, some are more chubby, some are not. And so even though I know at the end of the, I think 34th week, they tell you what the baby's weight is approximately, it's still hard to tell what will fit them because some are longer and some are shorter. So in my opinion, just get both. If you're getting onesies for your bag to go to the to the hospital, make sure you have 0 to 3 and newborn because you most likely gonna use one or the other. You can just keep the tags on and take the other ones back to the store, the ones that you don't need to use. But in my baby registry, I will have both the newborn and the 0 to 3. Now, number 8 is crib mesh, which is interesting because I don't think a lot of people think about it. So the crib is very open concept. You can see it, obviously. And so when I had my baby, I could never understand why people need those things that come with the cribs. I didn't buy one because I didn't think I needed one. And then I slowly realized I needed one. The reason for this is one, it creates a more cozy environment for the baby when the crib mesh is there because I think it just has that more peaceful, less air through. I don't know how to explain it, but I did feel like they were more cozy in there and slept better. Number 2 problem, when the baby starts moving, the crib's edges can wake the baby up more because they're more hard when they like bang their hand on the crib or something like that. So it's a lot softer when they have that mesh around for the baby because even if they bang something on the crib, they have this mesh to kind of protect them so they don't wake up. So do recommend the crib mesh. They come in different colors and styles. My favorite is this see-through one. There are a lot of them that are completely sealed off that I don't recommend because I feel like the one that's mesh and it's see-through, it has more airflow still. So I do like the fact that it has that cozy feeling and protects my baby, but I also want the airflow to be amazing in the crib. So I do like the ones that are see-through, but it's up to you. Both are really, really good. Okay, number 9. Number 9 is the baby snuggly. I call them snuggly. They're right here. I'll show you what I mean. So we live in Florida, so obviously I don't really need that a lot. But still, you go into the store with a baby and it's so cold in Florida, the ACs are running crazy. And so you can't just have a baby in the onesie. But the other problem is if you put something on top of them, a lot of babies tend to kind of get rid of things that are on top of them. So the ones that I really like is this snuggly jacket type of onesie is what I call them, on a zipper or on buttons. But they're warm, but not like too hot. So whenever I go to the store, I take one with me, or I put the AC on in the car and put the baby in one of those. Like if I know I'm going shopping with the baby, so that when I get to the store and it's freezing cold, I know that they are all nice and warm. So I do recommend one of those because I did find that I used one with every baby. Now, when I was pregnant with my other kids, I was in Canada, so over there it's given. But in here, the problem is the AC. We do live in a hot environment, but once you get to the store, it's freezing. Even I take a sweater every time I go to the store. So just think that that's a very important part. Number 10 in my opinion is like the holy grail. Like, if you don't get this, I'll be mad type of thing. Because it's the one thing that you need, and I know it, and everybody needs it. Everybody needs number 10. Number 10 is this really interesting onesie, and I'm going to show it to you right here. When I had my 4 kids, okay, and we bought a whole bunch of different onsies, the ones that have buttons on the bottom, the ones that have zipper and all that kind of fun stuff. Let me tell you, ladies, the first 4 weeks, the baby is so tiny, you're like afraid to touch it, afraid it's gonna break or something, because it's tiny, tiny hands, tiny legs. And so you don't want something that you put through the head and it's so hard, and then you gotta take that arm and put it through. You're not gonna do that. I'm gonna tell you right now, you're not gonna do that. If you are dressing your baby in the first 1 month, I don't know if you are, and the reason I'm saying if you are is because some people prefer the swaddling method, but under swaddle, some people put the onesie too, so it's up to you. But if you need onesie because everybody needs them, there's only one solution. It is available, it's on Amazon, it's cheap, it's not expensive, and you have to get it. It's the only one onesie that opens up all 4 ways. You've got 3 ways. And so when you put the baby on that onesie, it takes you seconds to put it on, because you go hands, and then you flip over in between the legs, and you connect all the buttons, and you're done. And you don't need to worry that you have to put something through their head, the head that is so tiny, and they can't even, hold it yet, because the first months the baby, they can't hold their head, the neck is not strong enough. It just creates so much less problems. So please, if you are listening to me, do get the onesie, because it's super, super important. I know you will thank me later, because it was one of my absolutely amazing things that I got for all my kids. And I learned it the hard way, because with my first, I didn't have any of those, and I was struggling so much. I'm like, somebody had to think of something not to go through this madness. And she was calling and screaming, so it made the whole process even worse. And then the onesies that we used after, I never buy the ones with the button. Never, ever, ever, never. Because I like the ones with a zipper. Because even when they're older, even when they're a year old, even when they're half a year old, you just zip it up and go. All those buttons, by the time you finish closing them, I'm like, oh my God, some of them are screaming their lungs out. Sometimes you're in a store changing a diaper and it's cold and uncomfortable and you're changing it. The zipper just works really well. So those 2 onesies, you gotta trust me, you gotta get those. And number 11 as a bonus, I want to share something that had helped me and my baby. You know by now how much I love natural things and natural methods and natural creams for the body and all that fun stuff. But this one is great. Buy some oregano oil, and you're gonna see it's gonna do wonders. If your baby is not sleeping at night, or seems too stressed out, or colicky, anything that, one of those nights, you'll be there, you'll get to them, you have to, everyone does. I call them the sleepless nights. It's just the baby is not himself or herself. Screaming, yelling, maybe colicky, maybe something's wrong, maybe part of growing, whatever it is. If you take some oregano oil and put it on their feet, on the bottom of their feet, and rub it. Oregano oil has some of the most amazing calming and healing properties for babies. It is 100% safe. I kid you not, the baby calms down. I've tested this out. I gave this secret away to all my girlfriends. They used it, especially if you have a colicky baby. The colicky babies love oregano oil. So please get some oregano oil. It is not expensive. It's on Amazon, and you'll thank me later, because it is one of the most amazing things when you rub it on the feet. But rubbing has to be on their little feet, just a tiny bit. It smells like pizza, but oh well, it works like a charm. Guys, it's Margarita. I hope you enjoyed this week 22 episode. I'll see you in week 23, and I'll share some more interesting, useful stuff that I find as a mother of 4 and soon to be mother of 5. Love you guys. See you soon. Bye.